During economic downturns, people tend to change how they spend their money in fairly predictable ways. Businesses that are hit the hardest are usually the ones people consider less critical, like travel, tourism, hotels, and manufacturing. But some companies actually do better during tough times. Take fast food, for instance. When money is tight, people still need to eat, but might look for cheaper options. That's why places like Burger King and Wendy's often do better than usual during recessions. For example, between 2008 and 2010, while other businesses were closing or getting smaller, Subway opened nearly 6,000 new locations. KFC also added about 300 new spots around the same time. But one company really stood out as the big winner in fast food during the 2008 recession: McDonald's. In this video, let's find out how this giant fast food chain stands strong amidst the recession. But before we start, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and tap the bell button so you won't miss any of our videos. In 2008, McDonald's kept increasing sales at its stores for 55 months in a row, and it did even better during the tough times. Additionally, it opened 600 new locations and achieved an impressive 29% return on equity. This makes sense because people usually choose cheaper food when money is tight. However, there's another factor that contributes to McDonald's resilience in challenging economic conditions. McDonald's is primarily a real estate company. If you take a peek at its 2019 financial report, one number will stand out: $39 billion. That's how much all its properties and equipment are worth before factoring in depreciation. In fact, this would make McDonald's the fifth largest real estate owner in the world, based on total assets. If you hide the name McDonald's, its financial report could look like any big real estate company's. Similar to Burger King and Subway, McDonald's grew quickly and spread to many countries by using franchise agreements. About 85% of its restaurants are run by individuals who pay to use the McDonald's name and logo. What sets McDonald's apart from other fast food giants is that it generates the majority of its franchise revenue from sources other than food sales. To be specific, in 2019, $7.5 billion, which makes up 64% of its total franchise fees of $11.6 billion, came from rents. Here's how it goes. Drawing from decades of property transactions, McDonald's has honed its knack for identifying the key factors for the perfect location. Typically, they scout for spots at busy intersections, prioritizing those with ample parking space. The ideal space should span about 50,000 square feet, with roughly 4,500 square feet allocated for the building. They also favor intersections equipped with traffic lights. McDonald's secures the property with long-term fixed interest rates, leveraging its extensive property portfolio to negotiate favorable terms. Aspiring McDonald's operators sign a franchise agreement with the company that covers virtually every aspect of the business, from cooking techniques to operational hours. For instance, franchisees are limited to buying supplies only from an approved supplier, which might not always offer the best or cheapest options. The franchisee, or local owner, typically invests a total upfront amount of $1, $2 million for one location. This includes an initial payment in cash, a one-time fee of $45,000 for the franchise, and a monthly percentage of their revenue as royalties. These agreements usually last for 20 years and have an important rule. The restaurant must be located at the specific address bought by McDonald's, the big company that owns the franchise. In essence, McDonald's always has a tenant ready to occupy its properties, and they often pay higher rental rates than others in the same area. Whether you see this as a helpful service or a smart business tactic depends on how much importance you place on finding good locations. Interestingly, research from a franchise union showed that while most franchise businesses pay about 6–10% of their rent sales, McDonald's franchisees pay a higher percentage, ranging from 8–15%. If a McDonald's restaurant isn't doing well, they have options. They can either find a new franchisee when the current contract ends, or they can sell the property to someone else. Either way, they usually end up making a good amount of money. So, why do franchisees agree to all these strict guidelines? The answer is simply loud and clear. It's seen as an extremely secure investment. While the costs and fees might appear high and the rules relatively rigid, the likelihood of success is quite promising. For instance, The typical McDonald's generates about $2.7 million in sales annually. After all expenditures, the owner usually pockets around $154,000 in profit. However, it's precisely because McDonald's has so many regulations and high standards that it's such a dependable investment. Sure, it's challenging to become a franchisee, and once you are one, you don't have much control over your business operations. Yet, all those regulations also equate to lower risk. Other franchise opportunities may offer fewer regulations, but they also come with higher risks. On the contrary, with McDonald's, adhering to their strict guidelines provides a level of confidence in your potential for success. After all, if McDonald's didn't believe in your ability to meet their standards, they wouldn't have approved your franchise application in the initial assessment. McDonald's provides extensive training for its franchisees through its internal program dubbed Hamburger University. This initiative ensures that business owners receive all the necessary skills and knowledge to thrive. For McDonald's, property ownership offers more than just an additional revenue stream. It represents an entirely distinct business approach. The company understands that real estate presents greater opportunities than selling hamburgers. One reason for this is the favorable tax treatment of property under American tax laws. Depreciation provides significant tax benefits, even as property values may appreciate over time. Another benefit stems from the sustained stability of property values. For instance, during the economic downturn 2008, McDonald's, along with Walmart, stood out as one of only 2 stocks in the Dow Jones Industrial Average that experienced a rise in value. Furthermore, McDonald's is included in the exclusive category of stocks called the Dividend Aristocrats, which consists of companies that have increased their dividends every year for 25 straight years. During economic downturns, McDonald's views discounted properties as a favorable investment opportunity. However, in severe situations like a pandemic, the real estate model transfers risk onto franchisees. They're bound by contract to pay a set minimum rent, irrespective of their sales. This change is reflected in the increasing number of franchised McDonald's stores and the declining number of company-owned ones. McDonald's is actually moving away from its identity as a traditional fast food chain. But this begs the question: if a significant chunk of McDonald's profits comes from rent, and managing real estate is a different skill set from running a food business, why not separate the real estate holdings into a new company? Doing so would create a highly stable, active, and profitable real estate investment trust, or REIT, that isn't subject to the fluctuations of the fast food industry or changing consumer preferences. This suggestion was proposed by a group of investors back in 2015. However, McDonald's decided against it, believing that its unique property model, coupled with its operational efficiency, is a crucial part of its success. And this is how McDonald's continues to grow as a giant fast food company. Aside from their clever business strategies, the major reason why it's a top choice for franchising is that people trust the company. If you want more videos like this, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and click the notification button to stay updated on the latest.